What is up? Oh, he's muted. Let's see here. You're mute, Hive.
I must
There we go.
I must have muted it before the show started because usually mute it, when the intro is on. Sorry about that. Good morning, Drew.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brick World. Hope everybody is doing well. We are missing a co-host. I'm not sure what she's okay. I talked to her last night. She was fine. So hopefully everything's all right. Maybe she was sleeping in or something. So, anyways, nobody worry. I'm sure she's okay, but I'm sure we'll let everybody know. Yeah. So, a couple of different things going on. I'm trying to get used to or figure out. One is my camera. So I got this new camera. I'm pretty sure I showed it in the week of review, and I'm trying it out as a webcam just to see. And granted, it's focusing way better than any of my other cameras. It seems to look a lot better. It's just it's not like a normal webcam, so I have to have it on like one of those arms or whatever. So I've got it on one, but it's just the angle and everything. I haven't quite figured out what I want to do yet. So I don't know. We'll see. Plus, I don't know if I want, because I'm using it for other stuff, vlogs and videos. So I'm not sure if I want to keep trying to like screw it on here and then unscrew it, screw it back on here and unscrew it. So we'll see how it goes. But all right, yeah. Good morning, Brick World. It is another wonderful Sunday, and it is another wonderful Good Morning Brick World. Yeah, I kind of had a rough week this week, so I didn't get to do a lot more details in the description and all that. So just in case, I'm sure if anybody's wondering, the theme for today is actually going to be toy stores, like physical and real life toy stores. Nothing too crazy. I just, I thought we'd go over a few different ones, maybe do some remembering of Toys R Us, even though I feel like Canada still have it, but they took it away from us Americans, and it sucks. The toy stores haven't been the same since. Plus, I just thought I'd, talk about some local toy stores around me, see if there's any around Drew, see if there's any out there that you guys know of that you recommend. Obviously, we'll be talking about Bricks and Minifigs because they be blowing up all over the place.
Yeah,
man.
they do.
Like, I knew they were going to start popping up a lot more, but they've been popping up way more than I ever just anticipated they would. So
they're the kind of rash you want to have. They keep popping up all over the place.
And I'm not sure if maybe she might overslept. Maybe she'll jump in. But me and her were discussing briefly that they're going to open up one in Maryland. I mean, it's still like.
Don't you mean you're going to open up one in Maryland?
Nah. I thought about it, I seriously thought about it and sat down and calculated money and how much it would cost and location, stuff like that. And I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but it's a very big risk with a lot of money without any, there's a lot of uncertainties about it, plus even the amount of money that, they make annually, it's really almost about what I'm making right now. It's after all expenses and stuff are paid. So, and plus I probably wouldn't even be good at running a Bricks and Minifigs, because like, even when I sell stuff on like Whatnot and all that, like I go usually pretty far under what stuff is worth. So I just feel like I wouldn't even make a good business out of it. So, but there is going to be one in Maryland. It's not going to be close to me. I'm not sure how close it'll be to Brick Bay, but yeah, I checked, and it's going to be at least, I want to say, an hour and a half or so away from me. So maybe we'll make a long trip out there. Anyways, but yeah, so like I said, the theme for today is going to be toy stores. And like I said, once we get to the topic, maybe people in the chat have some maybe interesting comments or stories about, whatever toy store experiences they have. Because I know a lot of us don't even go to toy stores as much anymore. We just order stuff online. So that being said, we'll go ahead and get to the bulletin board. Please support the hosts. I don't have their link in the description at the moment because I did a horrible job of the description, but I will put it in there. But if you can go back to any other Good Morning Brick Worlds, you can find just links to their channels or Instagram pages. So please go over there, support them. It would mean a lot to all of us because they put up some good stuff. If you'd like to support me, support the channel, support Good Morning Brick World, you can do it a number of ways. You can subscribe, you can like the stream, you can become a member. There's different perks. Let's see, you can do a super chat. I have like 1 billion different donation clips I've made. I've almost thought about donating something to myself just so I can show one of the clips. Anyways, so yes, you can do all that. Want to say hello and thank you as always to the Replay Gang.
Hey.
Yeah, you guys rock. I always talk about, you guys never cease to amaze me with the amount of views I get after the show is over with. So really appreciate that. If you'd like your sig fig to be in the intro to Good Morning Brick World or any of the other videos that I have, sig figs or minifigs in, you can send them to, of course, it's not in the description this time, but any other description, you can see the PO box or you can send it to. So sorry, I'm not on my best game this week. But
for the Replay King, it'll all be there.
Yeah, for the Replay Gang, it will be there. All right, yeah. So, Drew, how you doing, man? How's your week been?
I've been good. I just got a new car.
Oh, good.
But,
right on.
It's like a blessing. it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's like a car that was barely ever used, so it's got good mileage on it, but like it's a 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee with an inline six, so it's strong, but it's been sitting for a while. So when I went and bought it that day, all the brakes and all the calipers and the pads, the calipers and the rotors are all bad. So luckily the people that I bought it from are going to pay a significant amount to cover it, and then I'll pay a little bit. So
yeah, I mean, because like, some brake pads is one thing, but you're talking about the calipers and rotors and stuff, man. That's a whole another ball game.
Yeah, all 4 of them need it. Yeah. So I
really hate placing the rotors, dude.
Yes. Yes. And so I bought it from a 77-year-old lady who the mechanics that I know were selling it for her. So they're like, look, we feel bad. We're going to replace it. We're going to just charge you at cost with no labor for half of this. And so I was like, deal.
Right on. It's funny you should say Jeep Cherokee because Mrs. Hive was just telling me yesterday. So she wants to get an electric vehicle, but she's not completely 100% sold yet, just because she doesn't know how good the infrastructure is for like charging them, how long will last, that kind of stuff. Plus, we would have to we are going to, but we got to get our solar and battery stuff set up. So anyway, she was talking about yesterday, she was looking at this hybrid where it's electric, I guess, and you can use gas of a Jeep Cherokee. Some new model coming out or something like that. So
you just gotta be careful with them because like batteries, if the drivetrain's all electric, then like it's expensive to fix. Like my dad has an all electric car.
Yeah.
And it's a sweet deal, man. Like it's pretty nice. Most places, like, because you live up in Maryland, so they probably have tons of chargers everywhere, and probably where she's going, her work may even have a charger, or nearby has a charger, and you can just leave them plugged in, and they do really well.
Yeah, I mean, and the crazy thing is, man, because we've already had our roof checked out, and like we have like one of the most optimal roofs for solar because one, our house is already humongous, so we could put a buttload of those panels up there. But like, there's sun all day long. We have no trees in the way. The sun is in complete view on all sides. So it's really crazy. So yeah, we already calculated, like, if we got 2 battery packs, we would have enough to last throughout the night and charge her car, and still probably have some left over. But I don't know. I mean, I would like to say we're doing it for more environmental reasons, which, it's a good thing and it's always nice, but it's more about like, we don't want an electric bill anymore.
Yeah.
We use a lot of electricity. So, all right. Well, that's good though, man, that you got the car and you're getting stuff straightened out, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the good mornings and get this show on the road. I see we got a lot of people in here. We got 31 people watching right now. Love you guys.
Yeah, awesome. Buddy.
All right, let's see here. Rob Claxton, good morning. How are you doing?
Claxton.
Multigasm Geek, what's going on? Pre-play gang, that's right. Awesome, appreciate it. Pink Wheels, what's going on? Good morning. Bricks and Me, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Click and Cliff, what's up? How you doing?
What's up?
Let's see. We got alternate candidate.
Hey,
Lonely One Kenobi. Good morning. Good morning to both of you. Stephanie, good morning.
Good
How are you
morning.
today? Drewbrickz, what's going on?
What's up?
Redmond, been loving the pictures on Instagram. Good stuff. Lego Longoria, good morning to you. Let's
What's
see, there's
up?
Brian. What's up, Brian? Good morning. To Humble Bricks, good
Hey.
morning to you. How are you doing today? Oh, we got Sidious out there. Sue, what's up, man?
Wee.
Says this is the part that reminds me of the old show Romper Room when Hive greets everyone in the chat. Man, I'm getting old. Romper Room, yeah, that's an oldie. I barely even remember Romper Room. Oh no, I'm getting that mixed up with Captain Kangaroo. I remember that dude. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. Mark Canty, good morning. How are you doing?
What's up?
Said that Magic Mirror would greet everyone in TV lands. That's an old school show. Yeah, dude, I can barely remember. Barely remember that one. Brick Stage Pass. What is going on?
What's up?
So how do you want to do this? I don't know if I missed a comment. Well, I mean, I like to do it nice and easy, but you know, I don't know what your preference may be. Macro Bricks, good morning. Brick World, my 2 hours before I go to work. Oh, well, thank you, man. I hate working on Sundays, dude. Sorry you got to work on Sunday. Let's see. Redmond says, Hive fixed the audio, but the saturation is still off. Never mind. Those are the gray clothes.
That's funny. That's a good one.
That is funny. Let's see. Mayo, what's going on? Says I moved
Mayo?
house and my Lego collection is a mess. Yeah, man. Like that's didn't you were just starting to get settled in and you had to get up and move all over again. That's crazy, man. Jesse's Brick Galaxy.
What's up, Jesse?
What's going on, my friend? How you doing? Whiskey 488. What's up, Wayne?
Wayne's
good morning,
World,
Brick World.
Wayne's World. Party time.
Party time. Excellent. Extreme close up. He says, "What's up, fools?" True. I pity the fool. Let's see here. Sidious says Macro Bricks works on a Sunday. I know, blasphemy. It is, dude. My mom tried to get me on that show. How old does that make me? Steph, you don't even have to say. Look, there's a lot of youngsters around, but I feel good knowing that there's definitely people out there in the community that are at least my age or older or close to my age. And look, and I don't say that as a slight to anybody younger or even like older than me. It's just, you know, it's nice to have people that you can relate to on an age type of level because we grew up around the same stuff, grew up around the same times. We have some of the same experiences. So yeah, it's pretty cool when people out there because sometimes people say something or mention something like a show or a band or something. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know anybody knew about that but me. Brick Jedi, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for being here. See, Sidious Macro took Thursday off so I could go in today. It's quiet on Sundays. Yeah, that's true. It isn't nice because sometimes working when you don't have a bunch of people around you, you know what I mean? You just jam out to some music or something like that. I remember the puppets from it with clothespin noses. Yeah, that's going way back there, Sidious. Where are we at here? I'll be on my way to Home Depot very soon. Need to get some yard work done. Yeah, I definitely need yard work done too, but it's hard to do it with my foot. Let's see the Fallen Heroes, Toys R Us, KB Toys. Wow, yeah. I haven't thought about KB Toys in a long time. You know, I got to tell you, I don't think I ever saw KB Toys outside of a mall. I'm not saying there weren't any, but I just don't remember ever seeing any outside of a mall. But yeah, we'll definitely get to those for sure. Let's see. Mayo says I used to go to the train stores, not toy stores. There was one train store not too far away from where I live, and I stopped in there one day. And I'll be honest, not even look at trains, but they had a thing in the window that said selling Lego. So, you know, I'm going to go in and check that out. And unfortunately, he knew what his Lego were worth. So I didn't buy any. But while I was in there, I did look at a lot of the trains and stuff. And, you know, and I've mentioned before, like if I wasn't collecting Lego, I think I'd definitely like instead of a Lego city back there, it'd just be like whatever scenery with trains and stuff. Cause yeah, it's fun. My go-to toy stores these days are independents that primarily sell Lego and Hot Wheels.
Mm.
I mean, and the reason why, and again, we'll get into it in the second hour, but the reason why I picked physical toy stores to go to is because, like, yeah, if we were going to talk about digital toy stores, you know what I mean? Like, dude, we'd be here all day. I mean, there's obviously a handful that we all really know about a lot, but there's a lot, dude. I feel like every other day, man, I'm finding a new one, and sometimes they're okay, but I found a couple lately that are really good. Like a lot of
Physicals
good
are
stuff.
online.
Yeah, but yeah, they're all online. Yeah.
Oh, online. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. KB was one of the best toy stores. Yeah, man, it was a good one. It was a good one. Nah, some toy stores are better to find in person, mostly comparing paint jobs. So let's see here. As a child, I went to department stores before toy stores. Yeah, department. And look, we'll mention those as well because I don't want to call them toy stores necessarily, but they definitely are heavy in selling toys. And some places they don't have maybe like a toy store.
Yeah.
You know, they might have to go to their supermarket or their department store to get Lego. There are no strictly toy stores in San Francisco anymore. I'm surprised there's any businesses in San Francisco anymore, Steph, to be honest with you. And it's really sad because I've never been to San Francisco. I've lived in California. I lived in San Diego and I've been to LA, but I never saw San Francisco, but I've obviously seen it on a billion movies and pictures and in school and everything else. And it's a magical city, man. I mean,
I'll be there in July.
Yeah, it's really sad to see, you know, just kind of what's happening to it. So hopefully, you know, we can fix this stuff and, you know, get it flourishing again. Get some toy stores back over there. Oaktown Bricks, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Fall Equinox in the house. How are you today? Good morning. Where else? What else is in here? Ultimate Canada said, let's see, family members just bought a hybrid for the efficiency infrastructure not far enough along for full electric. Yeah, that's the thing, because her big thing is how far she can drive without worrying. You know what I mean? But that's why she's looking at hybrids now, just in case. You know, so. Dude, I remember reading, this was over a decade ago. It was in like a Popular Mechanics magazine or something like that. Because I like reading a lot of science articles and stuff like that, and medicine and all that. And I don't remember what company bought the patent, but there was a car that had like a gallon gas tank because you wouldn't need more than a gallon because it was hydroelectric or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And dude, yeah, like a gallon of gas would last you, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of miles. But some company bought the patent and said, crumble it up, was like, screw that. Anyways, let's see. I have a hybrid Ford Fusion, 0 problems, and I only fill up once every 2 weeks. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, look, I'm all for helping the environment, but when you can save money, like nowadays, dude, I feel like we're all our own corporations. Like we're all trying to figure out all these little ways, man, to cut corners and save some money some places.
Now, you know, this might be a tinfoil hat kind of situation, but is mining.
Let me. There we go.
Is mining lithium really better for the environment?
No, it's good points, man. It's good points. I mean, even like batteries and, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, it's yeah. There's a lot. It's a really good conversation that I would love to have with you know, like I said, a handful of people.
Yeah,
with just opposing differences about ideas and stuff like that, just to see what we can come up with. Because yeah, even if there's a lesser of two evils, I'm sure we got to eventually pick one. But anyways, let's see here. Where are we at? Are you guys talking about how old Romper Room is? Andrew, what's going on? Brick and Brood in the house. Dang, Brick. Oh man, I forgot. I gotta pull your calendar up. I forgot to grab it because I think you told me just to snatch it off Instagram. So yeah, that's bad on me. Maybe I'll get a chance to do it before the show is over. Cherokees run forever. I have a boxy Cherokee Sport sitting around that still runs perfectly. Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I got to tell you, out of all the vehicles that, you know, I hear people complain about and stuff, I don't hear a lot about Jeeps. I'm not saying they don't have their problems. The only thing I can think of that stands out is and this is from a while back. I remember because my friend's dad had didn't they have a Jeep called a Samurai? It was a long time ago.
Oh, that's a Suzuki, Samurai Suzuki.
Suzuki. Okay, never mind. But I just remember everybody telling me about Jeeps are real easy to flip over. Like if you take
it depends on which one you get. And
yeah, but I feel like a lot of vehicles are like that nowadays because I see them all the time on the sun visors. You know what I mean? They say like be careful about taking wrong turns or something. Anyways, let's see here. PBJ, what's going on? How are you doing? Hello.
What's popping?
What's popping? We were so old. Sesame Street wasn't paved yet.
Oh
man, where is this? There we go. Shoot, that deserves two. Walt, what's up? Good morning. PSA: wear good shoes. Don't mess up your back and knees any more than you have to. Yep. Yeah. That's something that I've heard just because I know a lot of friends and family that have been in the military that it's like one of the first things they teach you about, in boot camp and stuff, man. It's like, where you make sure your shoes are comfortable, like your socks, your laces are tied right and everything, because your feet start breaking down, man. Yeah, you ain't going far. No. So that's a good PSA. Used to love KB toys, and yes, the one I tended to regularly was in a mall. Yeah, I just feel like all the ones I ever saw were in a mall. Rapture Raccoon, what's up? You should use your hands when doing yard work, not your feet, unless you monkeys, and definitely use your feet. Good morning. Yeah, I mean, I can't use my feet that well anyways. But I need my foot to press the pedal on the lawnmower. So
no, just reach down. Ruin your back. Just blow out your back. That's all right.
Well, I'm pretty sure I got to get a new battery for it because I charged the battery up and it still works, but now I tried it again and it seems like it's harder to turn over. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think the battery's just being drained pretty fast. Bricklock, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Good morning. Maybe this is blame Proposition 47 or something for San Fran store clothing. I don't know exactly what the laws are exactly.
Proposition 47 is cancer, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I can't remember which one's which. All I know is the crime is just ridiculous, dude.
Oh, it's terrible.
To the point where I'm seeing a lot of, and this is on both aisles of the political spectrum. I just see everybody just completely upset that California is the tax probably I want to say probably almost the heaviest out of any state in the United States, man.
Probably.
Everything's expensive there, gas and everything. And yeah, like people don't even feel safe, walking around. Not everywhere in California, but definitely like LA, definitely San Francisco. I heard San Diego's getting bad too. And I don't know, man. The problem is it's a billion different directions of trying to figure stuff out, man, because everything from homelessness to mental health care to drug problems, to even a lot of the illegal immigration going on right now. There's a lot of stuff happening, and I don't know. There's solutions, you know what I mean? But it's not. I'm going to try and figure it out on the show, that's for sure. But it's just sad to see. Yeah. Let's see. Pandemic and shoplifting. See, the pandemic was another thing that really hit a lot of businesses hard, and a lot of people are real salty about it. And not even just the fact that maybe some of the stuff in retrospect that are coming out now, where things weren't exactly right that was told, but Hollywood was still working during the whole pandemic and stuff. You know what I mean? And
someone had to make money.
Well, I'm just saying, like, a lot of people are salty because Hollywood and them were working, but then like people lost their businesses because they shut down.
Yep.
Anyways, this isn't a political stream, everybody. It's not about being political. It's just about observing facts and stuff. That's all. And just hopefully we can turn things around. Where are we at? Let's see here. Gas is $5.49.
Jeez. Where do you go?
Because it's like, I want to say it's like $3.50 here on the East Coast, or at least in Maryland.
Yeah, mine's like the highest I've seen it in a while is like $3.20, but it keeps coming down.
Yeah, it doesn't help right now. Inflation's gone up too. ACOB, what's up? Sean the right way. Box of boys in the house. What's going on? All right, going to jump in my gas-powered truck to Home Depot. I'll lurk as much as I can. Drive carefully, man. Hoarder 66, what's up, Will? How you doing? Cindy says that Cherokee Sport was my mom's way back in the day. Still runs perfectly, just sits on the property, fires up every time. Good vehicles, man. Jeeps are good vehicles anyways, especially if you do go off-road, if you're in rain or whatever.
Well, certain years are good. Let's put it that way.
And now I remember the question that she had about the Cherokee that she was going to look up, because she says that it was 4-wheel drive, but she wasn't sure if you put it in 2-wheel, if it was rear-wheeled or front-wheel drive.
Definitely be front-wheel unless they changed it. I don't know about the new ones, but it'll probably be either 2-wheel that you have to click a button into 4, or it'll be 4 all time. I'm pretty sure they have all different kinds of trim packages, but mine is there was options that they created that it could be in 2-wheel, and then you can move it into high 4, low 4. Mine's in high 4 all time. So it just depends on what year, what model, and what trim package, the whole 9 yards. So
yeah, sweet talk that salesman. Cy O'Connor, what's up, Cy? What are you saying?
Cy?
Oh my God, it's Sunday. It is Sunday. Sunday. Be it. Good morning, Brick World. If you're at work, quit. If you're in jail, break out. But yeah, what's up, Cy? How you doing, my friend? People says my brother worked at a KB when he was a teen. I go under, have some good times. I just remember hanging out at not hanging out for long periods of time, but I just remember hanging out at toy stores, man. Yeah. We'd go and just spend a long time just looking at stuff we couldn't buy. You know what I mean? And even as an adult, I remember before I moved up here to Maryland and I was staying with my buddy and his girlfriend, dude, we'd go to the Toys R Us all the time. This was before I came out of my dark ages. So when we went there, I was looking at Star Wars toys and, I don't know, Transformers and stuff. Anything cool that was collectible. Let's see here. Where are we at? Military, take care of your feet, hydrate, and take your Motrin. Yes. That's what I hear. Christine Harbor, good morning. What's going on? How are you doing? Disco Stew, hello. Thank you for stopping by. San Diego's getting pretty rough, especially downtown and the beaches. See, and I haven't been to San Diego. I lived there when I was 16. So, clearly I'm old. It's been a long time. But dude, San Diego, and I'll just say California in general. Again, I can't speak for real Northern California, but California was probably the best place I've ever lived in my life. And I say that I've lived in Key West. I was born in Hawaii. I've lived in some really cool cities, man, in different parts of the states. But the reason why California was it was just so beautiful, man. Yeah. It was so beautiful. The weather was perfect. It was perfect almost year round. It was perfect. See, that's something I can't say about Key West. Yeah, it's nice in Key West and stuff like that, but man, it gets humid as hell down there. So yeah, I miss San Diego. It's when I was in the peak of my skateboarding days too. So I was hardcore skateboarding out there.
Heck yeah. And
San Diego was the perfect place to be a skateboarder.
Yeah, it is.
In the mid to late 90s, let me tell you. Let's see, where are we at? Andre, good morning, Andre. Hi from sunny Fort Lauderdale. Wow, I haven't been to Fort Lauderdale in forever, man. Their mall is amazing.
Yeah.
I kind of have horrible memories from there because I painted one of the Gap stores and it was a nightmare. but it was a really, really nice fancy mall. It was really cool. All manufacturers continue to work also during the pandemic. Makes you wonder. Yeah, man. And look, I don't want anybody to think that I'm just about trying to throw safety to the wind. Nothing I was scared crapless, dude, during the whole thing because I'm a diabetic. I was a smoker for 20 some years. I was freaking out. So I'm not saying just throw caution to the wind, but I don't know. I feel like we kind of overreacted a little bit on some stuff. Yeah, it's a big debate. I know. Gas does go down a little bit, but not much. God, I'm old enough to remember when it was under $1, dude. That was crazy. Sorry, I'm kind of going through the chat, so I don't spend the whole stream just on the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I say hello to everybody. Okay, all right. Whew, okay. I'm still reading some comments, but at least I got to say hello to everybody that I can see. So I just say the sun is out here in Ireland for the first time in 6 years. Time to turn pink. Woo! Make sure you put on your suntan lotion, Si. Make sure you put on your lotion. But you go out there, you just put your Speedo on, man. Go out there and get your tan on. Do some swimming in that cold water. All right, so let's go ahead and get into, where is it? I'm losing my momentum here. Oh, here we go. I keep thinking about changing the news intro. You know,
I like it.
I do too, and everybody else does, man. But like, I don't fear change. I'm like, I need to change stuff, man. I don't know. It's been the same for like, I don't know, about 2 years. Maybe I'll change it eventually. We'll see. Maybe I'll take a poll. See what everybody says. All right. So a couple different things to go over this morning. Nothing too crazy, but we do have some new stuff I wanted to show you guys, even though you guys probably already seen it. But there is a news article from Inside Edition that caught my eye, and it has to do with Lego. So I'm going to play it for us. It's, I think, like 2 minutes long. So I'm going to play it, and I'm going to just stop it periodically, maybe to make a comment or just to pause it for a second, just so I don't make sure I don't get hit with like a copyright or anything. But it's a good article, and it's very interesting. So I just thought like it'd be cool for us to see. So let me go ahead and share the screen.
It says this screen.
Make sure I got the volume on. Okay, there we go. All right, everybody.
$300,000 worth of stolen Legos have been recovered. Take a look at the goods, from Star Wars to Lord of the Rings themed merchandise. This was the collection California Highway Patrol say they discovered during its investigation into organized retail theft. A few months.
Dude, did you guys? Wait, is my volume on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if I was muted. Did you see all those UCS sets, dude?
Like that was a lot of UCS sets.
Dude, $300,000 worth of Lego sets. Look, this is something I want to check with you guys in the chat. Like, clearly, we know there's been some Lego stolen. We know the whole Lego worth more than gold thing that's been around forever. You know what I mean? And I have seen an increase in Lego being stolen, and it might have to do with what we were just talking about a little bit ago. Crime and all that stuff. But like, do you guys think this is going to get worse? Like, dude, $300,000 worth of Lego. Like, do you think these criminals now are just looking at Lego like, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot easier just to steal Lego instead of stealing diamonds?
Yes.
And we're still getting tons of money out of it. You know what I mean? And then if they figure out the aftermarket, because they're probably stealing all this stuff and selling it for cheap. You know what I mean? At least cheaper than what you would normally see it at. But if they figure out, like, yeah, these got minifigs in it and this is a retired set, like, I don't know. I just wonder if it's going to become more of a problem. All right, let's go. Let's keep going.
Months ago, in an unrelated case, police in Upland, California say this shirtless 22-year-old allegedly took off with $1,700 worth of toys from the store. Lego larceny has been an ongoing issue across the country. Some limited edition Legos, like Luke Skywalker.
And look, also, I want to bring this up too when we talk about physical toy stores, because you just saw what's going on.
Skywalker's land speeder can cost $239. This Millennium Falcon set is $160. A possible motive? The resale value. Items are being stolen from stores and then resold to unsuspecting buyers on online marketplaces. Here's Stephen Fabian.
How bad is the problem? This Las Vegas store, Bricks and Minifigs, opened a year ago and already has been hit 4 times.
Dude, 4 times.
Jeez. I would close the store and move.
But this is kind of like what I think it was Stephanie was saying about, like, how in San Francisco some of the toy stores close or whatever. It's like, because how can you keep in business, man, if you keep getting robbed? I mean, you could get away with it for a little bit. I mean, maybe just the cost might not hurt you too much. Maybe your insurance can cover stuff. But after a while, dude,
They're gonna stop insuring you.
Right.
Times by robbers seeking Lego sets. In this instance, you see a man reaching for Legos on the top shelf. They're the most
And look, one other thing too, the difference between stealing from like Bricks and Minifigs and stealing from like a Lego store or a Walmart or something is because they're retired sets and the Bricks and Minifigs. So that's a big difference, man. You steal one of the Cloud City sets or something, dude.
expensive ones are on display. Keep an eye on this suspect. He's carrying 2 Lego sets, then grabs another and hightails it out of the store. And
If I own
in
that
this
store, dude,
surveillance
I
tape,
would.
2 guys meander around the store. After a few minutes, they make a break for it, each with an armful of Legos.
They ran out with about, I would say, $1,800 worth of product, probably close to $2,000.
Store owner Edgar Garcia showed us one of the things that makes his store unique, but also vulnerable: shelves of Star Wars Legos.
This is where we have some of our most expensive Star Wars sets, some of our most collectible ones. And unfortunately, it's also where our latest
And you guys know, man, how much that stuff is worth.
thieves stole from.
As for the 300 grand case, 4 suspects were arrested and booked on charges related to organized retail theft, grand theft, and conspiracy to commit a crime. This is Inside Edition Digital.
You know, I also wonder if it's possible that you would think that criminals, like people that are already in crime, would do this, right? But what if it's just people in our, I don't want to say in our community necessarily, but like people that already kind of collect Lego and they know what it's worth, and they're like, yeah, I guess it's worth risking. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a really interesting subject because, again, we'll talk about it a little bit more in the second hour because I'm going to go on to some other news here in a second. But yeah, I don't know, man. Because look, I've heard from different people that have worked in the Lego store, and even like Quarter 66, you know, he was telling me about our Lego store, how somebody, you know, was running out with, I think, like a UCS AT-AT or something like that.
Yep.
And from what I've been told, the people that work at the Lego store are told not to stop them.
Yeah, not to
which
engage.
I like, and I totally understand that because, you know, as a Lego store employee, like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna risk getting stabbed or shot, you know, or even punched in the face for your Lego set. You know what I mean? So I get that. All right, let me chat real quick and we'll jump on to some more news. Let's see here. California's absolutely gorgeous, but I absolutely hated everything else about living there. Well, and the thing too is when I was living there, I was, like I said, I was 16, so I didn't have to pay rent. I didn't know what gas cost. You know, the only thing I was doing was going to the comic book stores and skateboarding. Let's see here. Irish people turn different colors. In summer we go pink, and cold water we go blue. And in winter we go slight transparent white. Yeah, that's when you know you're white. When you become like a ghost.
That's funny.
BFAB did a video about stolen Lego smuggled through consignment stores. Yeah, that was a good video. I miss BFAB. BFAB, if you're out there, I miss you, buddy. I miss you, and I miss your videos. BFAB put out some really good videos, man. Like he did some phenomenal editing. Just took his time, but you know, it's a lot of work. You know, but I know he's been busy, you know, working and stuff like that. So, but we miss you, BFAB. Think it's the easiest thing to steal in so many ways. Yeah. Yeah. Media will probably brand AFOL an evil word because kids don't do large scale retail theft. It's possible there could become a narrative, you know, because people can use that easily. Because when you resell Lego, I mean, I'm not saying kids don't buy it, like it might get their parents to buy it, you know, but kids don't have disposable income like a TFOL or definitely an AFOL does. And even a TFOL, you know, it's only if they can get a job and balance out with school and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, not reselling that stuff to kids.
No, definitely not.
In Australia, some drug dealers use Lego as currency to avoid paper trails. That's odd.
There's actually one instance recently within the last year or two that they were actually buying Lego, dumping out all the pieces, and using it to smuggle all like their cocaine.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did see something about that. I'd get 2 dogs to sleep in there at night.
That goes to show Lego weighs and it is as expensive as cocaine. So stick with Lego, kids.
Yeah, but you've seen, man. Some of them people are just walking in broad daylight, man.
Yeah.
And here's the, again, not to get too much into it, but if there's no repercussions to theft, people are going to do it, and people are going to continue to do it, and then more people are going to do it. You know what I mean? Guarantee a lot of that stuff is walking out the back door. That's a good possibility as well. My poll is what? Cities. Lonely One Kenobi says stolen merchandise in my area is why I don't shop on Marketplace. I don't want to feed the fire. It's if I was buying it all, so accidentally we are promoting them to succeed. Yeah, the problem is knowing exactly who's stealing something and who's just trying to get rid of something and giving a good deal on it, because I don't want it to go the other direction where I'm like, well, if nobody's selling it for 10% above the retail cost, I don't want to buy it.
Yeah,
like that's definitely oh, thank you, Sai. Yes, everybody, please hit the like button. The algorithm will absolutely love you for it. Let me see here. I'll stop buying on Whatnot. I just don't think we can sell new sets for such low prices. The new sets for low prices is one thing. What I'm very curious about, and I don't expect anybody to really tell me, but I'm curious how some of them get so many of the same figs. You know what I mean? Like, I know you're not buying like 50 of those sets and cracking them open just to sell that fig. I mean, maybe some people are, but there's a lot of the same figs, man. I'm like, God dang, how you buying all those in bulk like that, man? Like, where are they getting them? I don't know.
Where can I get them?
Yeah, but I don't know. Whatnot is like a hit and miss kind of thing sometimes, man. But it can be addictive if you're not careful. It can be very addictive. Don't you guys have guns in America? I'd be aiming for the knees. Yeah, we do. We have a lot of guns in America. I feel like probably more just about anybody. I don't know. Here's the thing about the gun stuff, man. Things are different in different states. And that's the thing about the United States is like we have federal laws for some stuff, but then in each individual state has their own laws and regulations and policies and stuff.
You can't shoot someone the same way you can in Texas.
Yeah.
In California.
So, yeah, I mean, and here's the other thing too is I don't know in a court of law.
Whoa.
If like, okay, someone's stealing some stuff out of your store, can you shoot them?
Depends on what state again.
Like, but yeah, because it's like they might say like, well, was your life in danger? See, there's a difference between shooting somebody running out the store with your stuff and just calling the cops to come get them. So, but again, I don't know. It depends on where you live. Because
it also depends on how smart. It all depends on how smart the robber is. Because in California, someone can go onto your property, try to steal from you, break into your house, break their ankle on their own doing, and sue you and win.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's not right. It's kind of like the whole squatter thing that's going on in a lot of states right now as well. But yeah, Hive, it looks like your closet holy backlog, my man. Oh, yeah, dude, I got a big backlog. But like I was explaining to City, it's like my backlog is full of different stuff. So some stuff I buy to invest, some stuff I buy to give away to all of you guys, like members or subscriber giveaways sometimes. Some stuff I just literally haven't built yet. Some stuff I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it to maybe resell or just keep it to build later. It's hard for me sometimes to figure out. And then there's been times I've sold stuff and then regretted it. Dude, that's big.
It's 4 green base plates.
Is that for your like the side of the castle? Like
this is going to be the interior of the castle.
Oh.
So I had to raise it up to be able to get to the same level as like where the castle sits on the rock. And I'm trying to make it modular. So whenever I go to a show next, I can just take it apart and it's structural. I just slide it all together and it's done.
You know what I would do, Si? If crime was really bad, I would try and figure out a way to rig something to clothesline you as you're running out the door. Like
that is legal, surprisingly, especially in most states.
Or like, I don't know if you guys ever seen, I can't remember which Jackass movie it was, but they had like this giant hand. And when you walked around the corner, it would smack you in the face.
Yeah, in their office. That was hilarious.
Dude, because I remember when we moved in a different part of town, it was how do I phrase this? It was a slightly worse, slightly less safe part of Maryland where we were living at the time. And someone, I didn't see him do it, but someone went in our backyard and stole my bike. And I was telling Mrs. Hive, I was like, you think I can like lay bear traps out in the backyard? And she's like, no, you can't do that. I was like, well, why? I was like, if anybody steps in it, it's their own fault for trespassing. But she wasn't having it. I don't know. And she's probably right. I probably would have gotten in trouble if like I set those up and someone like got their leg ripped off. All of that stolen Lego is still smaller than Shy's backlog. Yeah, I feel like Shy's backlog might be bigger than mine. But he's got some ECS sets in there, I think, too. So that definitely adds a lot. Texans don't hold back. No. That's what I was saying. I was talking on the Hive stream maybe a couple weeks ago about these dumb streamers, you know, that do these pranks and stuff like that. And I was talking about how like there's this one dude over in the UK. He's just walking in people's houses, man. Just straight up just walking in people's houses, like filming and stuff. I'm like, do that over here. I don't care if you do it in Baltimore or you do it in Texas. Your ass is getting shot, dude. I can promise you enter someone's house in America. If they're a gun owner, you're getting shot. So anyways, let's see here. What are you guys talking about? Hive, did you have the toy chain Child World with the panda mascot? No, that sounds kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie to you. Back row is what's up. That's what I say. Where are they getting all these figs from? Yeah, and look, I'm not trying to rat anybody out. I'm just like, I'm a very curious person. Like, I always want to know how things work, operate. Like, how do you get that? Like, you know, I mean, like some of this stuff, I'm like, yeah, clearly you must have a hookup through one of the Mexico factories somewhere along the line, you know, like, but other ones, I'm like, you've got like 50 of the same figs, man. Like,
yeah.
What?
50 of the like super rare figs.
Yeah. And then, yeah, dude. And then there's ones like, even if you don't have 50 of them, like a lot of times I'll see like, you know, like the Queen Amidala figs and some Throns. And I'm like,
how?
Okay, look, I can understand on a smaller level, man, you know, getting a couple of them and then flipping them if you can get them at a good price or something like that. But like, and then the other thing too, that's kind of funny about Whatnot. And this is when you know that you're big. When you can just put any fig, even if it's worth hundreds of dollars, starting at $1, and you know you're gonna get your money for it.
Yeah,
dude. If I start my stuff at $1, I'm gonna get like
$1.
I'm like $1.50 or something, dude. Yeah. No one's gonna, you know. Anyways, but yeah, it's a good question. Alternate cases, I like to look at the classical sense. I can defend me and my property, whatever that entails. Just me, though, not trying to convince anyone. Yeah, I think that you definitely in a home, it's different. I feel it's different, you know, because that's a little more of your personal space, like, you know. But I don't know, man. Like I was telling Si, it's just different in each state. Just depends on where you live, what you do, what the thing is, you know. Where are we at? Yeah, medieval trap for robbers. Dude, I was like, and I was telling her, I was like, well, what about an electric fence? And she's like, you dumbass. She's like, you will be touching the fence and electrocute yourself before a criminal would. And she's right. I probably would. Where are Drewbrickz and Brick Babe? Drewbrickz he's not a host of the show anymore. He has a lot of other stuff he's got to do and take care of. So he did his final show, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
So, you know, obviously we miss him. We wish him well. And look, I've told everybody, like, I can't predict the future, you know what I mean? But I'm the only one that's tethered permanently to the show. You know what I mean? Like Drew and Brick Babe can stay as long as they want, but you never know. They might have other stuff for their YouTube channel they got to do. They might have other stuff with other people that got to start doing a lot more. Maybe their job is different. There could be a lot of different things. So that's why, like, gosh, how many co-hosts have I had now? There's been Doc, Amberlia, TJ, Drewbrickz, that's 4, and then you and Brickbabe, so that'd be 6. And we're not in a rush, but we are going to find a 4th co-host.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if anybody is interested, obviously they can shoot me a message. It doesn't mean I'm going to pick you, and it doesn't even mean if I was going to pick you, I'm going to pick you right away, because we're just, we're breathing right now and just kind of taking things in stride. But yeah, I prefer to have 4 of us. I think just 4 of us is a good number. I mean, it doesn't mean if like everybody had stuff to do and left, I couldn't run the show by myself. I've done it before, but I just feel like 4 is a good number. So
healthy number.
Yes, it's a healthy number. That's a good way to put it. If no one's noticed, I'm making Shy's backlog a meme. I didn't notice it first, but it's funny. Bricks and Kitties, what's up? Swarm. Good morning to you. Child World was actually better than Toys R Us. What? Hold on a second. Sidious, I'm not saying you're lying, man, but I gotta see this Child World, man, because Toys R Us.
You be capping.
Look, in my opinion, just from my own experience, Toys R Us is the best toy store ever, man. It's the best toy store ever made. And not just because it was an awesome toy store, but just the nostalgia. I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid. Our Toy World Richie, what's up? How you doing, brother? Happy Sunday to you as well. Appreciate you. Brent's Bricks in the house. What's up, Brent?
Yo.
Dude, this camera's messing me up, man. I'm too far over, but I can't move it over anymore. Let's see here. Where we at? Oh, good morning, Brick World, the Multigasm Geek. What's up? Co-hosts come and co-hosts go, but Hive goes on forever. Well, I mean, I can promise you Good Morning Brick World won't be forever. So you got to get it while it's hot. I mean, I don't plan on ending it anytime soon. If I would have ended it on episode 200. That was kind of a crossing point for me, like a crossroad. I was like, if I'm going to end it, it's going to be at 200. So I really thought about it for a while. And I was like, nah. I was like, I love the show too much. I have too much fun,
Yeah.
So we'll keep it going for a while. Andre says, do you like the night talk shows have a rotation of guest hosts? Well, I kind of did that a little bit for a little while. The problem is, and I'm sure maybe some people wondered, maybe some people not, maybe some people don't care. But I don't have guests very often. And I never have guests on really the Hive streams, and definitely not on Pure Rant Fury. Now on some Hive streams I have, and on some Good Morning Brick Worlds I have. And it's not because I don't like people or don't want guests. It's just sometimes a headache I don't feel like dealing with. And I don't mean like someone like we have a guest and they're like they're a pain in the butt. No, it's just coordinating guests.
It's a lot of work.
Them coming on when they're supposed to. Dude, I can't tell you how many times was supposed to have a guest and they didn't show up. And sometimes stuff happens. I get it, you know what I mean? But sometimes I'm like, I don't really feel like it was something important. I feel like you either just blew me off, forgot about it, or just committed to something you had no intentions of really committing to. Yeah. So I still have them sometimes. I just usually treat them more of like a special occasion.
Yep.
That might go with a theme. So, and it doesn't happen all the time, but again, when I coordinate it right, like if we're going to have a mock theme, I'd probably ask Coconut or Bearded Bricks back on, or, just any number of like different mock builders that we all love. You know what I mean? Then it doesn't even have to be like big mock builders. Like Sidious builds incredible mocks, but his are more of like on a smaller scale. So yeah, again, it's not like I don't want guests or nothing like that. It's just, I believe it or not, I do a lot of stuff for Good Morning Brick World, like in coordination, the intros, the outros, trying to keep everything in line and order and stuff like that. And it's hard to do all of that and still do like videos and regular work and everything else that I'm doing, because now I'm trying to put more effort into Pure Rant Fury streams, just because I know a lot of people love those. So, it's just a lot of work, and I'm not complaining, but I just want to be open and honest with you guys about like certain things and why some things happen once and why some things don't. So I will have guests back on eventually. The only reason I'm doing on like pure Rant Fury streams is because they're just way too controversial, dumb streams to have people on. I don't want to drag people in any of that. Thank you, Alternate Candidate. Yes, please hit the like button. Awesome stream, awesome chat, no excuses. Yeah, sometimes we go long on some of the chats. Usually because I can't shut up about stuff. I guess it was regional. It might have been. You know, a lot of stuff is. Okay. Rick, what's up? Rick, well, how you doing? Says grew up on Romper Room. Always wondered how that magic mirror knew my name, doing my part to skew the average audience age. Thank you. Appreciate that, Rick. Good Eternity Brick World. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's go back to some more news, and then we'll get moving here. Let me share the screen again. That was a very interesting article because we knew about crime and Lego. We just didn't know. I feel like I didn't know the extent. So, all right, real quick, let's go and check out Brick Clicker here real quick. So I'm sure a lot of you guys seen this new NASA set. Yeah. Dude, it's awesome. I don't really have any complaints about it at all. I feel like even the price point isn't way off. Honestly, I mean, dude, it's got 3,600 pieces, man. It's a $260 set. You know, this thing's going to be huge. I'm curious to wonder how big it will be. And you know, this is one of the sets that like I absolutely love it. I adore it. I think it's a beautiful looking set, but just I'm not going to get it. No. I mean, last night I was talking to Mrs. Hive about like May the 4th, and then like the Lord of the Rings tower. And I'm like, yep. I'm like, can I pull both of them off? Am I going to have to skip May the 4th this year and get the tower? That's why I did a poll on Instagram the other day about like if anybody thinks we're going to see that tower before May the 1st, because I really would like to see it before I spend money on Star Wars. Because if it's going to be, I can tell you this, I might wait on the tower if it's open, like dollhouse style, but I don't think it's going to be. I think they're going to enclose it. And you can take a piece of it off, you know, like take a. So I don't know. I really want to see it though.
I think it's going to be Dollhouse.
It probably will be, but I heard something somewhere saying they don't think it will be, because if it's not, I'm going to put it probably right there, and you'll see it every time I go live. But if it's going to be open, I don't know what to do with it yet because I don't want to see the back of it. So, yeah. So yeah, that's really awesome though. And then I know a lot of people are happy about Jaws. I gotta tell you though, it's almost. I know that sounds stupid, but it's almost weird that Lego is cool with Jaws because it's about a man-eating shark. It's a very violent movie. Yeah. Like I feel like, look, Jaws messed me up for life. I saw it when I was a kid. And it's not like I won't go in the ocean or anything, but like, yeah, it gave me that thalassophobia or whatever they call it. I'm definitely afraid to be in deep water now. You know what I mean? With like not seeing under me and stuff. And it's all because of the stupid Jaws movie. And ironically, I have a higher chance of getting in a car wreck than I do getting bit by a shark, but whatever. So yeah, man, $160, 1,500 pieces. I'm very curious to see what it look like. I'm not really probably going to like it. I'll probably like the boat, but probably won't like the shark because it's very rare. I like brick built animals, but yeah, whatever. All right. So moving on to some more news. If you are around a Lego store for the May the 4th, they do have this Darth Vader and Princess Leia that you can build for free.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Let's see here. A Star Wars themed building campaign will take place in the Lego brand stores, and it doesn't say any particular region, so I'm assuming every Lego store. Between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. That's important, everybody. Oh, and then from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. What? I'm going to ask. You can build Darth Vader or Princess Leia on site and then take it home with you for free. There is currently only one picture of both figures, which we have attached here. May the 4th construction campaign, you should pay attention to this. If you're interested, you should probably know, or you should probably hurry up on this popular day. The sets are only available in limited quantities. Oh, they're talking about, okay. Wait. Yeah, they're still talking about the Vader and Leia.
Yep.
So wait, now, The campaign takes place in German-speaking countries. What? What? What?
They only want you to go to Germany.
Oh my gosh, dude. Just right after I just told everybody, it doesn't seem like it's going to be in the region. And you know what, Lego? Kiss my butt. All right. So I kind of wanted to read some of this real quick because I was curious what this was. Lego Star Wars Darth Maul Sith Infiltrator gets cautious recommendations. See, it's proving to be a hard set to recommend fully in its early reviews, but its minifigures are helping. The first review have surfaced quickly following its reveal yesterday, launching on May 1st. The latest take on the ship, blah, 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 blah. The price is a topic of much discussion in the reviews. Well, duh. And this is, dude, I don't know. Look, I feel like 99% of Lego reviews, like, you really should bring up the price.
Yeah.
But not many people do. And when they do, they kind of gloss over it real quick. And it's just, to me, it's such a significant thing about the toy, man. I mean, but anyways, God, I'm so upset. I got to buy this damn thing. All for one minifig. Because, dude, I don't care. I'm selling the rest of them. I'm selling the Infiltrator. Like, I'm just like with the R2 unit, just like with that hallway scene or whatever. Like, all I'm doing is taking the fig out of it and selling the rest of the set cheap. Yep. So if anybody's going to want this set without the fig and they want it cheap, just let me know. I'll sell it to you. Same thing with that R2 unit. I've been trying to sell that thing for weeks now. And everybody's like, I don't want it. All right. How to make Lego Technics surface space loader minifigure scale. Man, that was a mouthful. All right. Interesting. Electron explained. Oh. I was curious, man. I still haven't gotten a solid confirmation yet about the scannable stuff. I need to see one of these packages. Okay. This is a weird article. Oh, those Drewbrickz search. The Lego set app you can scan. Okay. So let's see here. This Guru Recal will be an instant buy for anyone who copped a retro future character back in 2017. So look, they're basically, I think they're saying that you will be able to scan these.
Yep.
Huh. Look, I will give the biggest applause to Lego if they do that. I really will. I mean, I'll probably even make a video about it because I shouldn't be that excited about it, man. But it's such a big deal for Lego to do that because that means, like, clearly it's not just about money then. You know what I mean? Like, they care about their consumers, their fans. Every Lego classic space astronaut color so far. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Comparisons. All right, yeah. So that's pretty much the news for now. There was one other thing that we did see, but one of the other exclusive Star Wars. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but
it wasn't one of the micro fighters, was it?
No, I don't think so. Because it was on the Star Wars poster that you can get for on the insiders.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The reward stuff. Cabbage Face, what's up? What's up? See, and Mayo says we should start that show Order 66 when Hive gives out. Oh, I must have missed some comments. Let's see here. I feel like somebody new jumped in too. Let's see, there's a lot of work that goes into a good live stream. If you have multiple guests, you do an awesome job, Archives. Thank you. I mean, it's not easy having a live stream with multiple guests. Well, guests and hosts are different things too. You know what I mean? Because when you have co-hosts, they're part of the show as far as, like, running it in a way. Whereas a guest, generally they'll sit there quietly until they're like asked questions or something like that. Tanjam, what's up? No more violent than Stranger Things.
True.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like Lick was consistent on anything anyway. So, I mean, but yeah, you're absolutely right, Tanjam. If anything, I don't know. Stranger Things might even be more violent. Because, you know, the thing about Jaws, too, was a lot of it was a little ambiguous. Like, you knew it was a shark, but it was a little ambiguous, you know, up until, like, final scenes or whatever, you know. You just see some blood in the water. You know, you see somebody, like, waving their arms or something. But, you know, it's not like they literally showed, like, the shark chomping you in half or something. So,
Chomp, chomp.
Chomp, chomp. I grew up 3 miles from Pacific Ocean. Still don't do any ocean swimming. Dude, when I lived in Key West, I was still young and bold. And 3 different things happened in Key West that really made it even worse. Like I'm barely going in the water at all anymore. So one was I was getting ready to go out in the water. I was on the beach. It was pretty new down there. And there was a sign I noticed right before getting in the water. And it was a sign of warning for manta ray jellyfish. Or
man of war.
Man of war jellyfish, yeah. And not even just jellyfish. It says man of war jellyfish. And I was like, okay, all right, never mind, screw that. And I still didn't think too much of it. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But then this waitress that I knew and worked with, she got stung by one of them. Yeah, and she showed us. Yeah, she went back in the kitchen and showed us her scars, dude. And it just looked like somebody took like this red hot whip and like whipped her because she had all these red lines like all over her. She said it was unbelievably painful. Okay, so that was one. Another time I went snorkeling and I was getting stuff from my fish tank, you know, and yeah, I look over and there was this shark. Dude, it had to have been about 8 feet long. And I don't know, it was about like 10 feet away from me. And it wasn't like messing with me or nothing like that. It just scared the crap out of me. Because I was already like, this water was pretty shallow. It was only like maybe 10, 15 feet deep. And I came up to a part where the floor of the ocean like just dropped off. Yeah. I don't know how deep it was, but I couldn't see the bottom. So I saw that and I was like looking over and then I started backing up. And that's when I saw the shark, man. I just got out of the water. I didn't get back in. And then the last thing that really messed me up is we were at Bay Honda Key. And it's like, I don't know, I can't remember how many keys up it is from Key West, but there was this bridge that we used to jump off of. It was like a broken old bridge. And it wasn't super high, but it was high enough to give you a little thrill. Anyways, yeah, looking down, yeah, you see like this big manta ray with its like a piece of its fin was bit out. And then like, yeah, right behind it, like 20 seconds later was like this huge hammerhead shark. Like we jump in this water all the time, man. So yeah, after that, I was done. It's like, yeah, you have a better chance of asking me to go to Australia out in the outback and just hang out butt naked. Not gonna happen. So
even then, you can go to Australia, and even in the outback, you still won't find some crazy things. You have to go to so many certain parts of Australia. It's kind of funny.
It's not even just Australia, like even down like South America and stuff, man. Like, I mean, there's stuff everywhere, but like down there, and like there's just.
I mean, if you're going to a country that's not super, like, I mean, Australia is developed, but there are a lot more land. Like even out here, like our farm systems are more developed than a lot of other country farm systems. So sure, you're still going to find wolf spiders, tarantulas, the whole 9 yards.
Well, yeah,
but we've done so much killing to things that you're not going to find crazy things that have been staying out for. Like you're not going to find big, massive mud crabs like that you do in Australia that you're going to find over here.
Well, I mean, I've had a couple bad experiences here in America with some stuff. You know, I've gotten bitten by a brown recluse or recluse, I don't know what they're called, a couple times because I had to get antibiotics for that. That was weird, man, because like I remember I got bit on my finger, and like after like a day or so, you can start seeing like these red lines coming from it, dude.
Yeah, there's some fun creatures out there.
Oh, dude. And then one time, man, when I was living in Florida, my uncle was mowing his lawn. He had like a riding lawnmower, and he got like for whatever reason, he had a piece of carpet out in his yard, and he ran it over it. And I got stuck. So I was like, well, you know, I was like, I'm a pretty strong dude. I was like, let me see if I can give you a hand. So I'm like down there on my knee, like trying to get this rug out, right? So I get it out. And then my knee, like I feel my legs itching, dude. I look down and I'm covered in fire ants, dude.
Yep.
Dude, they tore me up. Yep. Like I still have scars on my legs from all the bites that I got. Oh my gosh, dude. Like it stung when they bit, but like afterwards, man, like I cannot tell you the amount of pain I was in, dude. It was horrible. Let's see here. I'd love to be dragged into a pure rant fury. Oh gosh, man, I really appreciate it, fans. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that Hive is too much. It's just too intense. I can't handle it. It gives me anxiety. My family went summer vacation in Rhode Island. Oh, I used to live in Rhode Island. And sometimes Martha's Vineyard. Never been there. Jaws kept me out of the water for a while. I hear that, man. I hear that. Rapture Raccoon says, once Leia discovered Vader was her father, was she like, Dad, stop embarrassing me, jeez. I don't know, man.
Dad, stop killing my friends. It's not cool, man.
Like, Dad, you blew up my planet. What's up,
Dad?
Contra?
It's not a phase.
I'm telling you. Contra, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. That little Annie-Fig is cool. No, he's cool. I already have an Annie-Fig, so I'm good. Let's see. To the Space CMF I have grabbed. Do not scan correctly. Small QR not scanning. Only the old school barcode. I am new to Brick Search app. Maybe I am doing it wrong. You're probably not. Look, I like to try to have some optimism, but I am a realist, and I just can't see Lego doing it. If they do, I'll give them much praise. Like I said, I think that the last series, I think it was just a fluke accident or something like that. And I think that's why only like half of them had the code. I was just in Target yesterday, and no, it was Walmart. I was in Walmart, and I just happened to, because I was on the scooter thing. Because you know, I don't want to walk. But yeah, I was on a little scooter thing, and they had some the CMF on sale for like $350. And I was looking through all of them, and like out of like 15 of the boxes, only 2 of them had those barcodes on them. So I scanned them to see what they were. But I think it was just an accident, something wrong. I can't imagine Lego doing that on purpose. I hope the D&D figs will scan as well, man. Because it'd be great just to get all the ones you want and you're good. Disco Stu says, I watched a video last night of a guy scanning all the new space figs using the bricks. All right, so that's the first hurdle, is I'm hoping that's true. The second hurdle is it going to be like this last stuff where some are, some aren't. So that's what I'm hoping, that, you know, we just get all the ones we want. Sorry, just reading a couple of these comments. All of the space CMF boxes that I found were scannable. Right on. Dude, that's good news, man. That's really good news. If I were a third-party retailer, I would just organize the CMFs for each one. Could you imagine if all the sets were set up as random grabs? You only knew the theme. Yeah, right. Confirmed Hive encountered baby shark. Dude. I hate that song so much. In the 80s, we had signs on Long Island Sound beaches that warned us about apex predators, toxic syringes. Oh man, dude, I think I put it in like the beginning of my week in review. This was like a month or 2 ago or something. It was before I hurt myself. Like I went to a work order, man. I was like, yeah, there's like needles on the ground, dude. I was like, oh my god, what the hell, dude? Dude, people are so selfish, man. I'm like, look, even if you got a problem, man, you can't dispose of your needles fucking in a better way. Like, you know, kids play around here and stuff. YOLO, what's up? I got bit by a centipede last year, and I thought I got shot in the foot. Dude, and one of the worst ones, man, is like, I've told the story a few times before about in Key West, one of my jobs for a while was I did a lot of landscaping stuff. And I went to go hedge these bushes, you know, like you make them all square and stuff. And there was this big, huge caterpillar in there, right? And it was a really beautiful looking caterpillar. And I was like, oh, I don't want to kill you, dude. So I picked them up, put them on the bush that I already cut, right? Dude, I don't know what the heck, but because it had all kinds of hairs on it.
Oh,
but my hand swelled up, dude. Yep. I was like, what the heck? It's like, well, I guess it would have been better just cut them in half then. Let's see, I actually live 10 miles south of San Francisco, and my neighbor's security camera picked up a mountain lion. See, that's something, because I've lived up north, like in northern Michigan and stuff too, and I've heard stories about things like wolverines and, you know, mountain lions. I don't think maybe mountain lions up in UP, but definitely bears, definitely porcupines. I can't remember if badgers were an issue up there, but I encountered a big porcupine one time. It scared the crap out of me. I mean, because it was really, really big. And I've heard, I haven't seen it, but I've heard those things can like kind of throw their quills at you.
Oh yeah, certain ones can shoot them.
Yeah, dude. Well, dude, you're like porcupine's like.
They real, man.
But yeah, and then I'd seen some bear, but I've never like run into one like in a bad way. Thank God. I don't want to fight a bear.
A bear may want to fight you though.
Maybe. He's like, do it for the views, Hive. Do it for the views. We had to go up to Rhode Island because they closed the Long Island Sound due to pollution. Rhode Island is awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. I remember, man. It's just really small. Like you can drive across the whole state in like a couple hours. See, PBJ, I know the code scan didn't work and Oz, but it still worked great. I'm not weighing them, dude. Screw that. Look, I ain't gonna lie. For the most part, if stuff isn't scannable, the only other option I might do is get one of those little eardrum cameras or whatever. But other than that, I'll just stop collecting them, dude. Like you gotta put your foot down sometimes. You know what I mean? And if Lego wants to be like that, because I don't collect any other things that I don't know what I'm buying. Like all those little boxes of stuff you can get or whatever. The only thing is like when I buy Magic cards. But the reason I feel Magic cards and Pokemon cards and all that stuff is different is because you at least the value of like a card isn't the same as the value of a minifig, but at least you get like what 5 or so of them. So then you can turn them into a game. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes duplicates in cards aren't the same as having duplicates in minifigs.
Yeah.
So it's not really a good one-to-one comparison. But yeah. The beaches are great. Yeah, I agree. Let's see, where are we at? Space CMF showed up near me and one of my friends scanned QR and got all 12 in one shot. That's what I want to hear, man. So again, I think we're getting over the first hurdle where there definitely some of those QR codes can be scanned. But like I said, now is going to be the second hurdle and seeing if it's all uniform.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't even make sense why some would and some wouldn't, unless it's still part of their angle. They're like, okay, we'll give you some that you can scan, but we're keeping a bunch of others that you can't scan. I don't know. There's just a real rhyme or reason to it. That's why I wish Lego would talk to us more about stuff, or certain people would ask them stuff more, make them either answer or not answer, but at least they're getting an answer.
Yeah.
Even if it's not an answer. I weighed mine when I got home. There was a 1/10 of a gram difference between the duplicate and Tron guys.
Nice.
So is Saw Gerrera finally coming out and upset? Yes, he is. And but that wasn't the new one. The new one, I can't remember his name, man. He was the co-pilot for Lando and Return of the Jedi when they were flying the Millennium Falcon, the Death Star and stuff. And he goes, I can't remember how he sounded.
Oh, is he like the alien that has like the saggy face kind of thing?
Yeah. Saggy face. Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
Saggy face.
Saggy face. Dude, Jude, what's up? Rhode Island is the smallest state, so yeah, 10 minutes in the whole state is interstate. Right. Providence, Rhode Island is a great little city. They actually had the mob there. Amazing Italian restaurants. Really? I didn't know that. Neenum there. Thanks, Walt. All right, everybody. Let's talk about some Toy Stories. So let's go ahead and talk about Bricks and Minifigs first. So clearly, I would say out of all the Lego Toy Stores, with the exception of the Lego Toy Store itself, Bricks and Minifigs is definitely the most popular.
Yes.
And they are sprouting up like hotcakes. I don't even think it makes any sense, but I'm saying it anyways. They already passed 100. I don't know where they're at right now. And two things that's on my mind. One is when I was looking into possibly opening up one. One of the things I was told by many people, including some business owners themselves, were if you're going to do it, you better do it sooner than later, because a lot more are going to start popping up, and then you're going to have competition.
Yep.
So it's better to already get in the game, get established, all this other stuff. But like I said, it didn't seem fruitful enough or generally worth it for me to do it. Especially, like I said, if it didn't work out. Because that's something a lot of people don't realize about people that own businesses. Is, you know, they had to put up all the capital and stuff to actually get the store made. You know what I mean? So if the store doesn't work out, it's not like, oh, I lost a job, I gotta go get another job. It's like, no, I just lost my business and the $100,000 that I just dumped into it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now my credit sucks. I don't have any income, and I got all this stuff I got to get rid of. But that being said, I'm glad that some people have taken that leap of faith. Now, one thing that is kind of joked around a little bit, and I'm curious about everybody in the chat, your opinion about this, is many times I've heard that bricks and minifigs are the Pawn Stars of the Legos. You know, because, and look, I'm going to say something, and then I'm going to clarify something. Sure, you kill me with that, man. I got to mute you.
Oh, sorry.
Dude. But yeah, so there's the thing about if you take something to a bricks and minifigs, you're not going to get what it's worth. You know, I mean, the more expensive something is, obviously they'll give you more for it. And then when they turn around and sell it, they're going to sell it generally probably more than what it's worth. But there's a reason, and this is what I want to clarify. Pawn shops or places like bricks and minifigs, like, they can't operate unless they buy low and sell high, because it doesn't. They're not going to make any money. You know, one local toy store that I go to periodically, and they're really great. I think they're having a hard time right now because all of their Lego almost all the time is like 20% off. And I'm sure they get probably a good deal. They buy stuff in bulk. I think even sometimes they get stuff donated to them, you know. But clearly you can't run, you know, a store with stuff on sale all the time like that. I mean, if you're Walmart or something, it's different, you know what I mean? Because you have so much capital and you're so expanded. But you know, a smaller mom and pop store, they can't really do it like that. But the bricks and minifigs, like I said, they seem to do well, some more than others. I don't even know how some of them even stayed like in business, because like, for instance, in Chicago, I don't know if TJ's out there, but like there's like 3 or 4 of them, like fairly close together within an hour or something like that in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And now I heard they're opening up another one. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know. It's the competition. And here's the other thing too, that the other reason why I was kind of worried to open up a bricks and minifig is because if for some reason Lego takes a dip, which it could, and there's a high probability it will, because it becomes like where people can't really afford it that much anymore, or at least afford anything more than a $20 set. Yeah, if Lego starts taking a dip with anything, you know, bricks and minifigs are definitely going to take a dip because that's their business, is Lego. So yeah, I don't know, but they're really great to find sets that you can't generally find in other places, and they're also safe.
Unless they're getting robbed.
Well, that's not what I meant, but you know what I was meaning for is like, they're not going to rip you off, like, you know, you're not going to buy a box from them and then like there was nothing in it or something. So it's good to be able to have places like that to find stuff. It's just, like I said, depends on what you're looking for, what you're trying to sell. I don't know. Some people have different opinions on it. What do you guys think out there? I mean, you think it's more of a pawn shop? Like, do you go there a lot? Would you go there a lot if you had one near you? I mean, I don't know. Sometimes we get lucky and find places that just sell Lego pretty cheap. Mm-hmm. You know, there is a I don't know what to call it. It's a weird store. It's called Po Boys or something like that.
Yeah.
And they sell a lot of like landscaping stuff, and they sell tons of like Baltimore Ravens and Orioles jerseys and gear and all that. But then they got this little tiny section in there, man, where they sell Lego. And I would just go in there occasionally here and there and like pick up some figs or pick up a set, because they just, even figs that were worth some money, like they'd be more than $5, but they weren't nowhere near what they would be like on the resale market. And I think they finally started picking up on it. I think they started looking at some of the figs I was buying and then going back and looking to see how much they were worth. Because yeah, I don't know, eventually their prices were like way higher than they were before. And I just checked them not too long ago, and they got rid of all their Lego except for just the minifigs. You just have like a glass case with minifigs in there now. Smokey, what's happening? Extra Bricks, what's going on? Shy's backlog, what's up? It's cool that Lego is finally releasing Saw Gerrera. I thought that would never happen. Yeah, well, look, I've already really gone off the deep end about this whole thing with minifigs and Lego. And am I happy we're getting some cool figs? Of course. Am I happy we can't just get cool figs without having to buy a whole set to get them, or behind like some gift with purchase paywall or something? Nah, not really. But yeah, what are you gonna do? You go to Bricks Minifigs for loose bricks, turn in your old sets for store credit. Yeah, so yeah, that's probably the best way a lot of people probably utilize Bricks Minifigs, because yeah, the loose bricks, and if you're gonna sell Lego, go sell it and then sell it for store credit, because you know they'll give you more in store credit than they will cash, unless you're just desperate for some cash. But at that point, you might as well just get store credit. And if anything, you know, just chill and build up some store credit. You know what I mean? And then maybe there'll be an expensive set that you can get. You know, you look at it almost like it's insider points or something like that, you know, because you bought your Lego and you got your use out of it, you know. So, let's see here. Hive, is that place like swap meet type of thing? No, not quite like that. Oh, you're talking about the store I was talking about, Poor Boys. No, it's not like that either. I do need to go hit the flea market up again. It's been a while since I've been to the flea market, because yeah, they have some Lego over there, but it's probably stolen Lego because it's like pretty cheap. Time to move my body. I'm out. Have a great day, or have a great Sunday. Hive. Thanks, Bricks and Kitties. Appreciate it. You have a great day as well. So yeah, Bricks and Minifigs, definitely probably one of the more popular places that we all go to, you know, because there's so many of them. And man, them Lego masters, man, they got to be tired, because I see every single Bricks and Minifigs that opens, man, has like some Lego masters there. I'm like, goodness gracious. So another store I wanted to kind of highlight real quick. But I've never been there, so I have no idea what it's like, but it looks amazing. And well, there's more than one, but I'm thinking of the one that just opened up in Orlando. I think it was Orlando, right? And that's the Atlanta Brick Company. The one that you know, Ryan is affiliated with. Dude, that store looks amazing. I have no idea if it's you know, on the same, like has the same rotation or whatever, like Bricks and Minifigs, because like I've never been there. But if anything, it just seems like it's more of just like almost like a straight up just toy store, where you can just buy used stuff, you know. But I don't know. I'm sure they probably buy stuff off you if you want. So definitely cool store. PPG says, I checked the value on Bricklink when buying retired sets from Bricks Minifigs. Generally, I found the price a bit higher than the average Bricklink price, but no shipping costs from, yeah. So that's another thing too that is really great about physical stores is, you know, you being able to go there and feel, look what you're buying, and then you can literally take it home. You don't have to worry about shipping. You don't have to worry about it being damaged. You don't have to worry about being stolen. You don't have to worry about shipping costs. So there is definitely, you know, some good stuff about that. And I would say, you know, depending on what your income is, sometimes it's okay to, you know, to spend a little bit more on something if you really want it. You know what I mean? It just depends on what it is. Flea market, yeah, same thing. That's what I meant. Yeah, it's not a flea market, but I do, like I said, need to go to the flea market. Who's going to Bricks and Minifigs at Brickworld Chicago? Dude, I feel like if you're going to Chicago, why wouldn't you go to the Bricks and Minifigs and the Lego store and stuff? I mean, while you're there. I remember we were going to go to a couple different Bricklink stores, but I think we only went to one. Good stuff. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any comments. But yeah, so like I said, Bricks Minifigs, one of the more popular ones. So the next one, and we talked about it a little bit, was Toys R Us. I can only imagine that Toys R Us went out of business because of just these department stores. I mean, how are you going to compete with Walmart and Target? You know, especially Walmart. Because I feel like the KB stores of the world, you know, they saw the writing on the wall probably right away. Once they saw like these big, huge department stores like Walmart and stuff, because I remember, because I'm old enough that I remember when Walmart started popping up more and more. I remember when Home Depot started popping up more and more. And around in that same decade is when, yeah, a lot of other stores started popping off because they couldn't compete. So yeah, like these toy stores, like they're looking at Walmart and they're like, they've got everything we've got, and they can even sell it cheaper. But they do well because people are already going in there for other stuff. They're shopping for other things. You know what I mean? So while they're there, they're just going to hit up the toy section because I'm sure the kids want to see what toys they got or whatever. So I think Toys R Us was like the last one, you know, to just stand defiant and try and hold out. They did good for a long time because they were so big, you know. And again, Toys R Us had a whole different vibe to it than other toy stores did. So I think that's pretty much kind of what happened. I'm going to swing over to the new Schaumburg Bricks and Minifigs for sure. Yeah, I mean, I definitely, when they have a grand opening, I'll probably go if I can, if it'll work out. The one that they're going to open up in Maryland. Because I can't remember, do only some or do they all have like a minifig that comes with the grand opening? Or is that just Lego stores? I would love to get like a grand opening minifig without paying $100 for it. Speaking of pawn shops, I have to show you the Dune C pawn tee art I'm making. It's a Jawa pawn shop shirt. Wow.
Nice.
That would be awesome, dude. I can't wait to see that. Also, Sidious made me this thing for the Pure and Fury streams. Because I was talking about how like my channel is kind of like a Sour Patch Kid, where like you got Good Morning Brick World and some other videos that are like really nice, but then you got like Pure and Fury, where I'm freaking psycho. Back where it says Bricks Minifigs can sell retail Lego and other retail brands to offset their operating costs. They should not offer people next to nothing, less than 15% cash and 25% for trade for good, valuable stuff. Yeah, and like I always tell people, and look, I have to tell myself this sometimes too, because you know I'm only human, but businesses have to operate a certain way, or they're just not going to stay in business. You know, now. I don't hold Lego to the same standard because they way overprice for things that I just don't think need to be necessarily done, but whatever, you know what I mean? But generally companies have to operate a certain way. And, you know, it's just like with a pawn shop. Do I go buy stuff from a pawn shop on a general basis? No. Every once in a while, I might swing in one, see what they might have. Because I know I've gone in to buy some power tools in the past. Because something like a power tool, they're not going to sell it for the retail price because it's not brand new. So I don't care if a power tool is dirty or used looking, you know what I mean? As long as it works, that's all I give a crap about. So there are certain things, yeah, that are useful to check out, but you know, you're not going to go just buy whatever at a pawn shop because they're going to charge you more, and that's just how they operate.
How do you feel about Ace Hardware carrying Lego?
I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I generally don't even go to And look, Ace Hardware store is a good example as well about like the smaller, they're not small, but smaller stores. Like they're closing left and right all over the States. And it's because they can't compete with like Lowe's and Home Depot.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember being young, man, seeing Ace Hardware stores everywhere.
Yeah.
And like now they're just like a dying breed. You might see one here and there, but
in the South they stay pretty strong, like Ace Elders, you know, kind of thing. They stay pretty strong out here in the South.
Yeah, and it's probably, I mean, probably, I don't know if people would take this the wrong way, but you know, I think it might be because down south there's a lot more of, I don't want to say pride, you know what I mean, but like I just feel like a lot of people they're not letting go of their business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're, you know, because like during the pandemic, a lot of businesses down south stayed open, you know, or like they didn't close down or they didn't close at all. So I don't know, it just depends, obviously.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were carrying Lego, but a lot of places like are carrying Lego that you wouldn't think, like Aldi's, like
really,
they have like poly bags now and stuff. I think anybody that can, or you know, because you know everybody's looking around the world, they're like, yeah, Lego, look at Lego, you know, like look at all this stuff selling and all that, and how much money you know they're making and all that. So you know they're probably just trying to get a piece of that pie. Let's see here. Plus declining child demographic, people don't have a lot of kids anymore. That's actually a big thing, Stephanie. That I just saw a news article about a couple days ago. Yeah, like it's a catch-22 because I'm a firm believer in like obviously you do what you want. You know, I mean, if you want to get with somebody and have a relationship and just have a dog or a cat and save a lot of money, you know what I mean? Like clearly I can understand why people would want to do that. But having children is important for so many different reasons, man. Not just for like a family unit and love and having, you know, this person that you can teach things to and, you know, push up into the real world and hope that they make the world a better place. But I mean, dude, it's good for the economy. You know, not just buying stuff for your kids, but then your kids grow up and they start buying stuff. It's good for our population because if the country starts getting too like Japan, yeah, Japan's dealing with this right now. You know, where their population is declining. And look, I'm not going to put on a conspiracy hat or nothing like that, but you don't want a big country like us becoming like a declining population because a lot of our population, they join the military and they defend our country too. You know what I mean? On top of just other things like people grow up and become firefighters and become police and become astronauts and become scientists and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, so if you just have more and more people just not having kids, yeah, it's going to have some definitely long lasting effects here in the future. So, but I don't know, you know, plus Lego, I would say Lego would go under, but all of us are going to buy it. So it doesn't matter. Let's see. Somebody says, love Ace. They actually have salespeople who can help me. I will give them that, man. Because every time I go to like a Lowe's or Home Depot, dude, I can't find anybody to help me. And then when I don't want help, they won't leave me alone. Let's see. Where is the one in Maryland going to be at? Franksburg? Is that what I'm thinking? Hold on. I can tell you. Give me 1 second. It's like, did someone message me? Oh, never mind. Yeah, let me check because she had told me what it. Hold on. I'll just read a message here. Gosh, it was probably a long time ago. I want to say it was in Franksburg. Oh, here we go. Fredericksburg. I knew it started with an F. Yeah, Fredericksburg. I'm just trying to see if they actually have a notice for the opening day. Just this coming weeks. So, but that's good, man. Yeah, they don't have an actual date yet. So, but you know, like I said, Fredericksburg. So yeah, that's where it's gonna be at. And it's exciting, you know. I'm kind of curious how many Bricks minifigs can pop up before it's just like Subways or something everywhere, or Dunkin' Donuts. It's just like I can't compete with these other 15 Bricks minifigs that are near me. Mayo says I've never been in a pawn shop. You're not missing much, man.
You're not. Unless you're needing an old rusty lawnmower, you ain't missing much.
Yeah, if you're gonna sell stuff, man, generally it's better to sell stuff on your own.
Facebook Marketplace is the best pawn shop.
As a matter of fact, nah, there's always gonna be pawn shops because there's just too many people that are poor that aren't gonna like ship stuff off or sell it online. They'd rather just take it to like a pawn shop and get it over with. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, I can't imagine how they keep staying in business, to be honest with you. Let's see here. We got a Toys R Us in Australia online store. I don't. And then this whole thing about where they're opening up some Toys R Us and some like Macy's stores or something, like having like a little section or something like that. I don't even understand what that is supposed to be all about. It's not a Toys R Us. That's an aisle that has toys in it. Yeah. Mayo says families are different now. Yeah, because there is no families. No, I'm just kidding.
Womp womp.
Here, let me. There we go. Ace Hardware carrying Lego would be like Bass Pro Shops carrying Alex drawers.
I don't even know what that is.
Alex
oh, that's IKEA Alex drawers.
I don't know, man. Some people like to cross over, reach some new customers. Study says my town condensed 5 elementary schools into 3. Wow. I mean, that's definitely because it used to be the opposite, where like classes were too full. Russia now has more women than men. Really, that's pretty wild. It's all right. Tokyo seems so crowded, but it was years ago I was there. The houses and apartments were so tiny. Such a cool city. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Japan. Just such an interesting city. You know what I mean? Especially if like you're into like pop culture type stuff, and especially if you're into like anime. And
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty.
Meow meow.
And Tokyo definitely. I mean, it's just such a buzzing city, man. I just can imagine going there. Plus, there's so many things that are just very unique and interesting there, just from the videos and stuff I've seen from people going over there. I want to go back to Tokyo. It was so cool. Me too, man. I mean, I don't want to go back because I've never been there. I just want to go. Extra Brick says branding. One of the marketing agencies I worked at would give us the leftover prizes from giveaways like iPads, etc. I would go right to the pawn shop and load them. So on to some other toy stories. I mean, Lego is one of the obvious ones to get Lego. For me, the only time I really go to a Lego store is either if I need to hit the pick a brick wall, or if there's like the double VIP points or an exclusive set that's only there, or gift and purchase kind of stuff. Because it really doesn't make any sense to. And I don't even know how Lego stores stay open. Honestly, I've heard, when I was doing a lot of research before, is from what I read, man, most of them pretty much just stay just above operating costs. Like they don't really make profit at those Lego stores. It's more just about branding, expansion, adding on to the premium aspect.
I would even say I go to Lego stores for a different reason. Like you go for the events, I go because like one of them is only 2 hours away, one direction. And it's like I go if I ever traveling, I'm like, oh, there's a Lego store 15 minutes away. I'm going because I don't get the luxury like other people do, like that live 15 minutes away.
Yeah. And it's really, it trips me out because some of us live, like you said, like 15 minutes away. Some of us live further than that, but still very close enough. Like me, I mean, it's about a 45-minute drive, so that's nothing to really just go there, especially if you're going to make a trip out of it. But then there's like people like you where you're like a couple hours away. Again, you can get there, but
it's 4
driving
hours.
That's a 4-hour trip, and that's it with no traffic, and that's just the driving. That's not even anything else going on. Then you got gas and all this stuff. And then there's some people, man, they don't have a Lego store. And I'm not talking about just somebody in America that might be 5 hours or more away from. I'm talking about like for a long time, Psy didn't have a Lego store. They didn't have one in Ireland.
No,
they finally opened one up. Like it was about a year or two ago or something like that. So there's a lot of people that just don't have a Lego store, and it breaks my heart because I know they have to rely on the Lego site. And we all know how crazy that website could be. So yeah, the Lego stores, and it seems like I thought the Lego stores themselves might have been getting hit up worse than anything as far as the stealing goes. But it seems like the bricks and minifigs are getting hit worse. Well, I would say probably the bigger retail stores, but I think that's, I don't know because again, if I was going to steal Lego and I was going to be a criminal about it, I'd be going for the older stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still try and hit up new stuff, but like if you know your Lego, man, you start stealing retired sets, man. Like I said, you steal a Cloud City, dude. You know, that's an easy grand right there. I mean, probably more depending on where you sell it to. But Extra Brick says, yeah, I got to drive an hour and 45 minutes, dude. That's got to be a special occasion. It's got to be a special occasion because, like, if I do buy some stuff on May the 1st, I'm been sitting here juggling, like, what do I want to do? Do I want to go to the Lego store or do I want to just do it online? Because obviously doing online is the easiest, but there's no guarantee that you even, dude, I've had stuff in my cart, gotten the email confirmed and everything. And then later they're like, yeah, we ran out of this or whatever. And the same thing could happen at a physical Lego store too. I just feel like you could call them and be like, yeah, how many got? Even like, I remember when I go to the Lego store for whatever big thing that's coming out, is we'd be in line and the manager of the store, if there was like 10 of those sets left, they would come out and ask, like, do you want that set? Do you want that set? Do you want that set? And then once they got to 10, they said, look, there's a very high possibility you're not going to get that set because there's already 10 people that want it. They might change their mind, but at least you knew, like, okay, do I stand in line for another hour?
Yeah,
probably not. It depends on how bad you want it. And if, like you said, if they say like, it's definitely you're not gonna make it to get one. Dude, the Lego stores do a lot of cool stuff like that, man. I brought it before in one of my videos about how like they would fill the bags ahead of time for us for the CMFs. They can't do it now because of the boxes, but they would fill the bags for us so that way, we'd already know what we're buying. I don't know, man. It's a really nice thing. Let's see. PDBJ says, I'm fortunate to live 10 minutes away from the Lego store, and I am there 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, I almost feel like it's probably a good thing I don't live that close to Lego.
Same.
The thing that sucks about my Lego store, I don't know how the one that Brick Babe goes to, that one might be better. I'm not sure. But like my Lego store, the Brick wall, they don't do a really good job like keeping it different or anything like that. I can't tell you how many times I've gone back and I don't live close and they still got the same pieces, man. I'm like,
yeah.
Let's see here. Lego website never has problems until I use it, right? I don't have to drive 20 minutes. That's a good trip. That's a decent trip,
20 minutes is really good.
Yeah, because that's only 40 minutes round trip, you know what I mean? The flight to Japan is rough, but it's so worth it. Yeah, like Mrs. Hive, she's convinced me we're gonna go to London eventually, because she's been there a couple times. But look, I'm not looking forward to the flight, and it's not even like because I'm scared. I'm just fidgety.
Yeah,
it's hard to sit still for a long time, man, especially on a plane. You can't go anywhere.
I might be going to Italy and France this year, so if anyone's over there.
Yeah, man, I have to try and get with some people. Yeah, definitely over there. So you got people to hang out with. Calculator robbers know retired sets is where it's at. Dude, even like, I shouldn't be saying this, man. Nobody steal any Lego from anybody, okay? like I shouldn't have to say that. Everybody should know that's wrong. But yeah, again, not just retired sets, but imagine just walking up and like busting the glass of the minifigs, dude, and just taking all like the expensive minifigs.
Yeah.
Like that's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, just 2 palmfuls of hands. You know what I mean? No Lego store in Memphis, Tennessee. Closest is 6 hours to Nashville or 6 hours to New Orleans. There is an opportunity there. Yeah. I've been to Nashville and New Orleans, and they're both great places. Both a lot of fun.
Nashville needs to fix their pothole situation. They got tons of manholes out there.
And New Orleans needs to like move away from the water. It's like, dude, it rains for like 10 minutes there and it's already flooded. I'm like, it makes sense. You're 12 feet under sea level. But Andre says, how about if you're what?
Go.
Nuts. It says, how about if you're a legal store? It's just a 2-minute walk from your job.
Spend all your money there.
Yeah, I would probably spend a lot of money there, definitely. I have 2 Lego stores. Oh, that's just legal. It's Lego. I'm sorry. That's why I was getting confused. How about if your Lego store is just about a 2-minute walk from your job? Yeah, that would be very bad. I'd be there way too much. I have 2 Lego stores within 15 minutes from my house and a Lego Land. I'm hitting those picker brick walls weekly. I've never been to Lego Land. I was going to go in Chicago, but stuff happened. And because Mrs. Hive asked me one time about going to Legoland, I was like, the only reason I want to go is go to the store. I was like, I'm not gonna ride any rides. I was like, if we were down in Florida, I was like, I would look at Chewbacca's butt, but other than that, you know, that's unacceptable. I didn't know if Memphis was that far from Nashville. They're on opposite sides of Tennessee.
Yes,
dude. We have some small states, but we got some big states too. And Tennessee is not even like a big state compared to.
Let me tell you, I live in
Florida,
Chattanooga,
Texas, California, or
I live in Chattanooga. Just to go to Nashville is 2 hours, okay? But then I cross a time zone heading there, so I gain an hour. But when I come back, I lose an hour.
And not to mention, obviously, depending on where you're at in Tennessee, but like there's mountains to drive through, dude.
Yep, up north.
Dude, mountains are rough, man. Like you might not think they are, but like, and don't get me wrong, going down is different, man. I usually put it in neutral and just coast down most of the hills, man. But going up, like you got to keep switching gears, you know what I mean? Because you got to stay in low gear, but then like it flattens out, and it's a freaking nightmare, man. Which obviously affects your driving time. I wonder if the ponds around here have Lego. I haven't been in one for a long time. Usually unsavory characters in there. Maybe. I guess it just depends on if the pawn shop is savvy enough to think that they can sell it. But I feel like it'd just be too much of a waste of their time. Because look, they'd probably want to make sure all the pieces are there, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't see it happening, but being 3 minutes away from the picker brick wall is both great and horrible. I'm broke, but my part collection is nice. Yeah, dude, your mock's looking great. I have 5 Lego stores within like an hour, and a Brooks and minifigs are 1 mile away. Wow. Making a lot of people jealous out here. Tennessee is South Appalachian in 2 time zones. Yikes.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Time zone thing is really weird in the States.
Hey, so it's almost about that time. I got a couple of mocks to show off. Or work in progresses.
Oh,
people have submitted this week.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't know you had anything. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, dude. Hit it up. Let's see.
All right. You ready? So before I hit it, if anybody is working on mocks right now, currently or whatever, on Wednesdays, I'll post things to remind people. But even during the week, tag me in something, share it to me, send me pictures, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be on Wednesdays, but it will get showcased on Good Morning Brick World. And so we have 3 submissions this week, and here you go.
awesome.
you go.
Yeah, Whip Wednesdays, everybody. Like Drew was saying, he'll post stuff to remind you. But at any time, like I said, and don't feel like if you showed us something this week, you know, you don't want to show us next week. As long as you got some progress, that's what it's about, work and progress. And it's a really great idea that Drew came up with, and it's a really good way, which, you know, I know the boys do it on the Drewbrickz stream, but it's a good way, you know, to show off your guys' stuff. You know what I mean? Because we like to do as much as we can interacting with the community. So yeah, good stuff. So one other thing real quick before we end the show. I tried to find it as fast as I could, but I don't know if I'm missing something or not. But I went ahead and copied the link to the AFOL live stream calendar that Brick and Brew does on Instagram. So I am putting a link to that. So if you want to go check out the new live stream calendar, you can do that. Because like I said, I just could not find the actual like, I don't know what you call it, reel. So anyways, so the link will bring you right to the picture of the AFOL calendar with all the timestamps for each live stream. So thank you, Brick and Brood, for always keeping us up to date with who is live streaming. And if you would like to put your live stream on there, I don't know how full it is, but if there is some room, reach out to Brick and Brood and he will try and put that on there as quick as he can. All right. Drew, got anything you want to shout out, man? Talk about, right about?
Let's see if this will work. I got my cast. Oh, let's see if I can move. You can't really see it. Oh, well. But I just posted a reel. Well, you know, maybe I could do this. I've started working on the interior of the castle. Hopefully this doesn't fall apart. It feels pretty strong.
I was like, be careful, don't pull a Larry.
Right? But yeah, there started.
That thing is massive, dude. Wow. Moments of the magic. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
But other than that, I'll be heading up to Wisconsin, not this week, but the following, to do some getting certified by to train people on how to use cranes at work and certifying them to be crane operators. So I'll be in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. So if you have anything fun to do, let me know, because I only have to be there from 8 to 4 each day. And so I'll be there for 3 days. So I kind of want to do something fun for 2 of those days. So that's within walking distance.
Awesome.
So yeah.
No, that sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited. Never been to Wisconsin before. So one of my good buddies that I used to work with, who might work with me again and who lives with me, is from Wisconsin. So he's excited for me to go. Yeah, I like cheese.
Yeah, me too. Right on. Anything else?
Hopefully I'll put out a video, a long form video about the castle that I've been saying for over a month now. So eventually it'll get done.
You've been busy, man. You've had a lot of stuff going on, you know, then you get some taken care of, and then you still got a lot of stuff going on, and you have to get stuff straightened out. So it's understandable. But yeah, everybody just, you know, like, go sub to his channel, or go sub to the Instagram page, you know, put some notifications on. And
Thank you. How about you?
Yeah. So, you know, building up some stuff for the chopping block for Pure and Free on Friday. I am working on an essay video. I know I've been talking about it. It's about Lego competition. I just been kind of having a hard time putting some stuff into words. But I got the script about finished. Once the script is done, usually it's pretty downhill from there. I mean, the editing takes a little bit of a while, but it's almost when I'm editing, I almost don't even have to think a lot of times. You know what I mean? It's almost just natural. But the script, you know, you got to really think. So anyways, I'll have that out soon. I don't want to give an exact date because I'm not sure, but it should be out soon. I should have a reaction video this week as well. It's time to move over to a male Lego YouTuber. So I haven't picked one out yet, but when I do reaction videos, calm down, people that get their panties in a bunch, thinking I'm trying to like make fun of their YouTuber that they love. Just having good fun. You know what I mean? Like, the best way I tell people, man, if you get mad at something I say about a Lego YouTuber you love, or I say something that you don't like, Make a video about me. Make a video about how dumb I am. So anyways, that's coming up. I will have a train video out probably today. Nice. I've been slowly doing some filming, testing out my new camera and stuff like that. So I should have the train video out today. If not, it'll definitely be out tomorrow. I just got to edit it all. So, and then, yeah, of course, Good Morning Brick World. I'm still very slowly working on my long stop motion. But that'll be a long time before that comes out. I don't know. I just got tons of stuff coming out. You know what I mean? So just stay tuned, I guess, and you'll see. Drewbrickz, what's happening? What's happening? Hello, hello, hello. If you move from Switzerland to Wisconsin, are you Swissconsin? That's a good one, dude. That's a good one. All right, everybody. Joel says scripting is meh. Filming is dreadful for me.
What's up, Nick and Bricks?
Yeah, it's 50-50. Most of the time I like it, but yeah, it can be a little grueling sometimes. Nick and Bricks, hello, hello. What's up? What's up? Hey, Drew, you going to Brick Universe Nashville in the end of May?
I'll be going to the one in Chattanooga. I think that's May 21st or something like that. But unless they moved it to Nashville, then I'll be at the one at Nashville. But I know they were planning on, they have one in Chattanooga, so I'll be at that one for sure. I paid for that one a while ago. So.
Oh, dude, I just saw your whip thing here in the video stuff. I was like, oh, there it is. It's right where it's supposed to be. All right, everybody. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and end the show. Thank you for being with us. I'm going to go ahead and play the member outro. For those who don't know, if you're a member on the channel, on all my streams, I put out this outro with everybody's names on it, to whatever setting. This one's actually a train one. So, all right, everybody. We love you. Peace out. See you next week.
Peace.